Well, hello, everyone. Brian France here with Hospice Care Marketing. I'm interviewing today one of our clients, Lisa from Golden Rule Hospice. Lisa, welcome. Please introduce yourself and your company and what you do.
My name is Lisa Glynn. I'm a registered nurse. Actually, I'm a co-owner of Golden Rule Hospice, a locally owned and operated hospice company. I've been in the hospice arena for about 27 years. Love hospice. Think it teaches you how to live. The thing with hospice in Atlanta is that there are 200 plus hospices in Atlanta. So there are a lot of people who are being taught how to live. So uh, it's just a very competitive market. And just want to continue to make sure that we grow and prosper. And that's where Brian comes in.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you for that. So 27 years in hospice.
Yes.
When did you start Golden Rule?
Started Golden Rule in 2016. Me and my partner, Don Edwards. Don and I had worked previously in another hospice arena where he owned Compassionate Hospice. And so after he sold that, he kind of moved into a couple of different arenas and actually moved on also. And we connected after about 2, 3 years and decided we're going to do hospice the right way, the Golden Rule way, abide by the Golden Rule. So started Golden Rule Hospice.
Awesome. Love it. Congrats. And how did you get involved with our company?
So one of our hospice consultants, Alex, actually had made me aware of your company. And he was just saying that we need to do more branding. We need to get our name out there a little bit more. And so one of your representatives gave us a call. We reached out to her. You did a great review of everything that's going on, what we could benefit from with your company. And so we decided we would move forward and utilize you. And I've been very pleased ever since.
Awesome. And thank you for that. And what was going on in your business at the time that caused you to jump on a call with us, start looking at internet marketing help, or change providers? What was going on at that time?
We were not getting a lot of business as far as families giving us a call.
Yeah.
Because there's so many hospices in the market. We really didn't have a footprint in a lot of different places. We provided great care, but people did not know we were here. They didn't know about the great care the team was giving out to the different patients. And so we needed a way to get our name out there a little bit more. So when we came across your company, or when your company contacted us, we were at a place right at that moment where we were not getting a lot of cold calls. Most of the calls were feet on the ground out there, hustling, making things happen. And that's great. But sometimes we need to be able to get our name out there and the footprint a little bigger. And that time we were not able to do that. So we decided to move in a different direction.
Awesome. Yeah. So a lot of there wasn't a lot of incoming inbound. It was a lot of boots on the ground,
Yes.
your liaisons drumming up the business, but you wanted something that also got the phone to ring.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
Definitely. And the phone wasn't ringing.
the phone was ringing. Yeah. So how was the business going at that time?
2 to 3 hospice consultants. Uh, a lot of the referrals are being generated from them because Don and I have both been in the market for years. People knew us. We had a name in the market, but not big enough to be able to make the phone ring every single day.
Yeah.
So at that time, we needed to get more volume of calls. And at that time, we were not getting any volume of calls. The calls were coming from people we knew, referral sources, from people who we've serviced before, family members we've serviced before, but nothing additional. And with our website wasn't generating any business. We had actually created it on our own, and we kind of fine tuned it. And we both of us, Don and I, came from a background of, with hospice, people don't do a lot of marketing with hospice. It basically is word of mouth, it's people in the field, it's people in the hospitals, physicians' offices who know you. With that going through the internet and kind of get your name out there, we just had not historically done that before.
Okay. So this, if you think back into, we began working together in 2020, so it's been almost 4 years. I think somewhere around October 2020 is what I found. And where were you at patient wise? What was your census at that time?
At that time, we were at about 50 to 60 patients at that time.
Okay.
So not very large, kind of like a medium-sized hospice for our arena. So just not a very large hospice.
Okay. And so nothing coming from the internet at that time, right? Nothing.
No, nothing.
Yeah. And basically invisible. what did our team do for you? What did we implement for you? What did we put in place for you?
Mhm. You came in and you created, you basically changed our whole format with our website, which it needed that.
Yeah.
Made it very interactive where people now can go on there and they can uh, ask questions, make us aware of different things, contact a person. We were not having that before. Uh, we're at a place now where people can go on there. We created a blog for us. So we basically have things that are going on the internet every single week as far as different things about hospice, about our business. So you generated that, you sent that to us. You actually had connected us with one of your team members who on, I think, initially weekly basis, we were on the phone trying to make sure that everything's where it needed to be.
Yeah.
Created a place where employees or applicants can now go on our website and actually fill out an application on the website. We did not have that before. Actually, people can now go on there and find out about our veterans program. Could not do that before. You actually interfaced our website also with Facebook. We were not able to do that before, so people can kind of go back and forth, and whatever we put on one will basically show up on the other. We had not had any of that before. So basically, it was just a website that was there, but really not useful in any way.
Yeah.
And now people can go in there and find useful information, find things out more about Global Hospice, things that we've done also. So it allowed us to basically come alive on the internet because at that time we had not had any uh, calls. We were not getting a lot of calls or any calls at all. And that changed. I think within the first year, our calls increased about 25 to 30%.
Yeah.
In the first couple of years, it increased again by 50%. Right now, we're continuing. It will be very rare now to go a week without getting at least 3 to 4 when you're getting zero. That's
Yeah.
big for a very small hospice company. So
Right.
just generated a lot more business for us. And it helped us really have a footprint in the community. You taught us the importance of getting on there, marketing, doing Google, families with the reviews and how that would set us apart from other hospices. So it basically took us from not having any business generated online to having continual business generated online.
Love it.
And from that, our census has gone up 3 times higher than when we first started working with you. So that's huge for a small hospice, especially in our market, because with 200 plus hospice companies, there have been people who have been in business much longer than we have, and they have a smaller census than we do. So for us to be able to have that footprint has been huge for us, very huge. So a lot.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah. So what we put in place for you, right, is a website. It's interactive. It has some tools, some applications and things for people looking for employment and some of your team members might be out in the field. There's documents for them that they can access and download. Uh, and also we got the website visible, right? So with doing SEO, it now is you're a dominant player in the SEO space when people search for hospice related key terms, right? And that has brought in a lot of inbound. You mentioned the reviews, so
That's
those
right.
reviews, right? So people are reading those reviews and coming to you guys and okay, great.
Oh,
What
yeah.
so you shared the result. So you said you've grown over 3 times, right? So
Yes.
3x what was coming in when we started in uh 2020 till now, 2024. And what has that done for you, for your business, for you personally? Uh how has that impacted you?
And I'll tell you a couple things before I get into that, Brian. Typically, with our market, to be able to grow, typically in hospice, you may see a 10% or 15% increase. So by that time, that if you would have not stepped into our realm and helped us out, we may have grown to maybe 25 to 30 more patients, maybe 40, but not
Yeah.
to the point we've grown now. So um, it really has got me in a better state of mind of being able to see the importance of being able to be at my desk, get information out there on the web, on the site that we had never ever thought about before. So and so what it's done for me is given me the ability to be able to be in a small business, the ability to be able to do a lot more different things and not have to focus on I have to be in the street, I have to be in the field. Um, as I told you when I started the call, we have some people in orientation now. So it's grown us. So we basically, when we started out, we had 2 or 3 hospice consultants, not to now having 6 to 7.
Right.
So that's helped us out a lot. It's helped us to have a bigger footprint. We've thought about a couple of different things that we need to do internally as far as from you creating different things for us and putting that out there to the community. So it brings us peace of mind knowing that we have someone that's going to be able to help us. We just recently got connected to Instagram, and I looked on Instagram, I think a couple of weeks ago. There are not a lot of hospices on Instagram right now. And so the ability to be able to kind of have different channels of access. And because I'm an RN, I'm not a techie person. So, I mean, everything is like, can you show me how to do this? Can you tell me how to do this? You've done a good job of doing that, and also showing me when we have our meetings, how many clicks we get from Google. I never paid attention to any of that. So to be able to have the person walk me through that process is something we never had before. So it allows me to be able to do my job more effectively, and then also kind of think through things I want to do and know that I have someone that can help guide me through that process. And we didn't have that before. So it's helped a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like back in 2020, maybe you were working in the business a lot, and now you've been able to step back and be that owner, right? And start working on the business and have the employees put in place to take care of it. And obviously your staff has grown, and everything has grown since then.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think when we connected initially, we may have had maybe 25 to 30 employees. Now we have 70 plus employees, so we've grown.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Yeah, congrats. Great work. And so for you personally, what has this done for you? How has this impacted you personally?
I think it's just helped me to be able to focus on what's important as far as personally in my life. I was telling my husband the other day that I can at least finally know that business can continue to move forward and take some time to take a breather for myself. Instead of taking time when you have to take time off when something happens, to be able to take a breather. It allowed me to, it's allowing me to do that. So I appreciate that. And for the team, it allows the team to know that from that part of us getting our name out there, that's continuing on and that we're continuing to flourish. And it's just been very positive for all of us.
Awesome. Yeah. So sounds like you could take a break when it's needed. You don't have to work so hard.
Definitely.
Yeah, love that. Awesome. And what would you say to anyone considering us, considering working with us, considering our services, and what would you say to them?
I would say go for it. I mean, a couple of things you told me when we first met, you said, Lisa, if it doesn't work, the worst case scenario is that you at least get your website completely redone. And I was like, yeah, you can't turn that down. And so the ability to be able to have someone that you can call that is very innovative as far as thinking through things, coming up with different ideas about how we can continue to move forward. I never had a situation where I thought I could have a website where we can go on there and it can be very interactive, where people can go from looking at blogs to looking at our territories to filling out forms on there. Never thought that we'd be able to do that. So if you want to continue to move forward, especially for a very small business, you can't go wrong. I mean, it's foolproof. You can't go wrong. So I would definitely suggest it for anybody. So it's good. It's a good business.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Lisa. And really appreciate your time today. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but anyone out there listening, please let us know if we can help. And thank you again, Lisa. I'm going to end the recording and we'll talk soon.